Well, hello there, guys. Agrippa Maxenius here, and we're going to be taking a look at a new mod that just came out, and it's called the Axis Victorious. Essentially, this has two different gameplay types. I guess they're both the Aftermath. From what I understand, this particular mod was just recently released, so there's probably a lot to be done. But as you can see, look at the fascinating things you can play as. So, you can play as the Österreich. And I'm not sure exactly why the Österreich is separate from the Deutsches Reich. But I guess that Heinrich Himmler is in charge of the Österreich, sort of, I guess, Belarusia, Western Russia, etc. Looks like the British Front is also a fascist government. England is led still by the democratic regime. But just most of the world is fascist here. We've got Antonescu in Romania. We've got the Canadian Prime Minister, William Lloyd Mackenzie King. He is a Democrat. And the Provisional Government of Free India, which is also fascist. So a lot of really cool choices here. It looks like somehow Joseph Stalin managed to survive. After the colossal defeat at Moscow, then at Leningrad and Stalingrad, the Soviet Union had the largest exodus in history, in which the entire state and military apparatus retreated across the Ural Mountains to seek salvation in the wastes of Siberia. Stalin has become insane with paranoia. He sees enemies and spies everywhere. Quite often, he is right. The Soviet Union is infected with traitors and fascist spies trying to bring the regime down without a fight. The world believes the USSR is doomed, but the people of the Soviet Union will make that decision. Fascinating stuff. And of course, we've got the Roman Empire, led by Benito Mussolini. Really fascinating stuff. I like it so far. Obviously, I want to go ahead and jump in here. I'm going to probably take the Österreich. And let me see where my native Portugal stands. Still led by Salazar, who is a fascist. And we've also got, interestingly enough, the Protectorate of Bohemia and Moravia, led by Wilhelm Frick, which is really cool, and the Slovak Republic. So we also have the Belarusian Central Rada. This is, I guess, Belarusia apparently has their own state, which is really fascinating. And of course, the Österreich, led by Heinrich Himmler, controls quite a bit of territory here, essentially all of Western Russia. Really, really cool. Man, I've said cool so many times. It's been so long since I've played some Hearts of Iron 4, and with these new mods, when I see something new, I'm fascinated. And to me, it's like, wow, this is amazing. It's new, it's innovative, and I can mess around with it. Now, if you guys do want to see me do a Let's Play, please do let me know, of course, and we'll see what we can do. The issue is, usually with these Let's Plays, particularly the Let's Plays regarding the mods, all too often, what will happen is that we'll be playing the mod, and all of a sudden, it updates, and we lose all of our save files. We could usually go back and grab those save files, but not always. So we have to be quite careful. Look at this, the Lokot autonomy. Bronislaw Kaminsky got his own country. Let's take a look here at the research slots, see if anything has been changed. And I don't think anything's been changed. Actually, night vision. Oh, come on, yeah. That's got to be new. Improved infantry equipment is definitely something we want to research. I'm going to jump over here. I want to jump to the industry section. Again, there's not much you can change in the industry section, so I'm not too surprised by that. The research time seems a little bit long, but I'm assuming that that's quite normal in this particular mod. As for our air doctrine, I definitely want to go for a battlefield support doctrine, so let's research that, and let's see if we can do the national focus. So right now you can see the national focus tree is a little bit lacking. Like I said, this is a very early look at this particular mod, but we can elect SS politicians. This focus currently has no effect. This one requires stay with the fatherland. This one has no effect either, and I guess we may need to go ahead and wait a little bit until we get every single one of these effects unlocked. I think this is really just sort of a template for a mod that will be coming, and it's really cool stuff. Just the looking at the world and seeing what's changed, to me, is fun. And look at this, even the Hellenistic state, also led by a fascist government. It's just fascism everywhere. If we go into the government panel, I want to see what's going on here. So as you can see here, of course there's no elections, but we do have some Democrats and communists in our state. We're just not listening to anything they have to say. For the military high command, I don't see anything or any options, or the chief of the Air Force. So again, this is very, very, very early on. And clearly we can go for a communist revolution, try to get rid of Heinrich Himmler. I wonder who would replace him on the communist side. That would be really interesting to find out. What I usually like to do in this situation, I like to go ahead and, first of all, create an army. Second of all, oh, look at this. What's this? I'm not in charge of my army? That actually makes sense. So I guess as the Deutsches Reich, we don't have individual forces here. We have only forces from Germany. Wait a minute. That's the problem, you fool. There we go. Let's grab our boys. Create an army here. I don't care if it's over. It's not a problem. I just want to see the generals list. And look at that. Walter Kruger, Sepp Dietrich. Unbelievable. We can even make Heinrich Himmler the leader, a general here of the First Army. And we've got some other interesting states here. The Nord-Frankreich, led by Karl Kitzinger, and Vichy France, of course, continues. But this time, Vichy France is led by Pierre Laval. Very fascinating stuff. Definitely something I would like to look into. I'm not sure if I would actually play this mod. It's very unfinished right now, and they definitely need to add certain things. But overall, I think it's an interesting idea, to say the least. Now, another interesting thing is that the British fascist government is currently at war with the British democratic government, and we can actually see that here. Also, the Welsh have gained their independence, which I think is hilarious. And the guy over here, Oliver in Bevon, not sure who this guy is, but apparently it is considered a democratic government. Well, that's all the time we have for, guys, to take a look at this mod. I do recommend it, but I think we need to wait a little while longer as it, as it improves, etc. But clearly, Britain has been split, and all of the countries under the UK have essentially broken away and created democratic republics to try and hopefully defeat the fascists. But it looks like the fascists are winning right now, although playing as England would be a really interesting Let's Play. At least, even if it was a short Let's Play, let's put it that way, even then, it would be quite interesting. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see some more Hearts of Iron 4, let me know. Also, let me know if you don't mind a vanilla game. I'd really like to play a version of the game that we're not going to, suddenly run out of turns for, or is not going to be updated, to the point where we're going to lose save files, and that way we can actually have a real Let's Play. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and have an awesome, awesome day.